I mean, if you're a Bears fan, you're thinking forward progress. Come on.
10, 219, 219.
Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Abbatacola on 312 Sports.
You are hereby awarded Forward Progress via 312 Sports, and we talk Bears and NFL. Big news yesterday out of OTAs, and there's a lot we have to do. There's going to be a meaty edition of Forward Progress. I was really dismayed to hear what Rome Odunze said about his current physical condition. And it's, to me, Bears scar tissue that's just there, and I can't deny it. That I'll just read you what he said as he recovers from a stress fracture. "This is my new normal," said Rome Odunze. "And it's not from a standpoint that I'm always in pain, but the way my foot broke, there's calluses in there that create a different type of foot structure with those bones. Different types of things that kind of shift things around. My new normal is kind of what I'm going into." Okay. Anybody else immediately think of David Terrell? Anybody else immediately think of Kevin White? It's unfair, but I'm just 100% honest where my mind went immediately.
Yeah, I didn't go there. I just, he also says, I don't think that's anything that's going to prohibit me from making plays, but I feel like with the break, it's just like when you tear your AC, it's never really
ACL, yeah.
back to normal. Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't think of specific players. I just thought of him in this moment, and that he is not going to, this just, what I heard was, I'm not going to be the top 10 pick that the Bears made in me.
But maybe
that's what I thought. I mean, and that's where my brain went. And I thought, well, that's disappointing. Doesn't mean he can't be productive, can't help the team win games, but he's not going to be the top 10 pick that they had. That's what I read with that. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I felt.
No, it's his feet. He's an NFL wide receiver, and his foot's messed up. And that's it. Your foot's messed up. Are you going to be as fast? Your whole livelihood, run.
Right. Are you going to be able to make the cuts and the turns that are necessary?
Come on. It's fine. It's probably nothing. And maybe it's nothing, but the question in sports at the highest level, what are you after your injury? What are you? Who are you after your injury? And I'm sorry, but my experience with David Terrell, my experience with Kevin White, and a wide receiver, you can't tell me that a remodeled foot is no big deal. And that was the word that my orthopedist always used after my knee reconstruction. Ongoing remodeling. And sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to it, and no two patients are the same, and no two people have their brain-body connection respond in the same way. But a remodeled foot is bad news for the 9th overall pick.
Yeah, and we can't make any conclusions today, but it certainly doesn't sound good. I didn't like reading what I read from what he said, but I'm willing to give the opportunity to see how it plays itself out on the field, and maybe it won't be anything. And maybe that scar tissue that you're feeling, and you'll just have to push that aside and say, well, it's not the same. But he's got something to prove now, that he actually can make the plays. But like, I'm not gonna look back at last year after the injury and say, all right, this is what we have. I'm willing to say that's him dealing with it. He had an offseason now to rehab and get healthy. Where are you? What is this new normal like?
This is who I am. Yep.
What is the new normal now?
Yep. If the new normal is a potential Pro Bowler, I like the new normal.
Fine.
And if the new normal is just a guy,
then that's not the number 9 pick, and that's not good enough.
Nope. And the Bears have to be honest with themselves. This is what matters now. What matters now is scout your own player, know what you have.
It's funny you say that because I thought the same thing. And my thought going back to previous regimes, they wouldn't evaluate it properly. I'm not concerned about Ben Johnson because you asked the question, what is a player's career after an injury? Who are you after an injury? And I think we're getting some insight on what Ben Johnson is thinking about another very important piece of the defense, which is injured and injured again and injured often. And we're talking about Kyler Gordon. And we saw what Ben Johnson said yesterday about Kyler Gordon. He was saying that he was hoping the offseason would be a springboard to get us going in the
I'm struggling with this too, man.
He says, we're still trying to get that availability piece going. We know he's a good player when he's out there, but trust level is a huge thing for this team, for this coaching staff, for the locker room. You can only develop that trust by being available.
All right. You want to run that through the coach speak translator? Here's what that is.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You can go for it.
Get your ass on the field. That's what the coach speak translator. Ding. Pull it out and you unfurl the little piece of paper. Da-da-da. Get your ass back on the field, Mr. $40 million.
Yeah, because as it stands right now, how much does Ben Johnson trust Kyler Gordon?
You heard it.
0.
You heard it.
Yep.
That we all last year didn't see him. Get your ass back on the field is what that is. Let me read this in its entirety.
Okay.
We spoke last year, and neither one of us was really happy with how it went. Just from a perspective of being available to get to know each other. I think he only played in 3 games when I look back at it. And so, this spring was going to be a springboard for us to get going in the right direction. We're still working through that. We're still trying to get that availability piece going. We know he's a good player when he's out there. Trust level is a huge thing for this team. This team, that's saying for Ben Johnson, trust level is a huge thing. I don't trust you is what he's saying. I don't trust you yet. For this team, for this coaching staff, for the locker room. You. When he says you, he was saying one. He was using that to say one can, but that was second person. You, Kyler Gordon, can only develop that trust by being available. I don't trust you was the message he just got. That
right,
was
we saw that
intense.
play out last year too, Dan, with Luther Burden and with Colston Loveland about getting the opportunity. Remember, there was a question asked of him about Cole Kmet, and then he turned it into the entire offense.
Yes.
And
yes,
then specifically he started talking about the
it.
young rookies, right? He broadened it, and he talked about the young rookies gaining trust. To get more opportunities on the field, they need to gain his trust. Where? On the practice field, at Halas Hall, in the position rooms, in conversations, in work with the coaching staff. He's not gaining that trust. So if they want opportunities, gain that trust. Kyler Gordon has 0 trust right now. But I want to know, Dan, is this the guy that's been in your building for years now? Mm-hmm. And they said the offseason would be a springboard to get back on the field, to build that trust. What went wrong in this offseason? Why wasn't he healthy and ready to participate fully?
Well, we need to find out.
Is this new injury?
What is it a new injury?
Well, yeah. Whatever this particular reason.
We need the specifics on this because it maybe he's just not better from the last injury. Did he hurt himself working out again? Did he get hurt in warm-ups again? It was the way he got hurt. It wasn't just the injuries. And it wasn't just not being trustworthy as far as total availability. It's not being trustworthy. Can you go tomorrow? Because I got to set my 53, and then I got to set my game day. How are you? And if you're not truthful with me, or if you're like, I'm in between, if you can't go, tell me you can't go, tell me now. Don't tell me in warmups, because then we're down a man going into an NFL game. And a coach,
and they've done that 2 or 3 times.
And that's what burns a coach, because you screw. Now, just give me a fair shot to do my job with. And I'm down a piece now. I've got to go coach a game down a critical piece. That can't happen.
Yeah. So what's bothering me is if it's the same injury, why? How are we still dealing with the same injury after an entire offseason? If it's a new injury, what happened? What were you doing? Why is this guy prone to multiple soft tissue injuries?
These are all great questions. And these are the questions that he has. That is harsh stuff at this time of year. That is harsh stuff to hear on June 2nd from a coach.
Yeah. When
usually everything is all optimism and everything is fine. But yesterday was a very much not fine on-field day. And you know what? And what also sucks, truthfully, is the on-field stuff we need to distract from the stadium mishigas.
Yes.
There's just been this hilarious, farcical disaster. And we know that the guy running things over at the Bears is bumping into walls half the time. The owners don't know what's going on. We had our salvation was the Bears are good, and Kyler Gordon is going to be coming back and part of this. And
yeah, that's why I'm not too concerned about the Rome Odunze thing. We talk about self-scouting. What do you have? Who are you? I don't think they're gonna sugarcoat anything or put him in a position that's going to hurt the team if they don't feel like it's there.
No, I think Ben Johnson will say, look, if Rome's bad now, we'll have somebody else do that job.
Yes.
You cannot then say, well, he was a first round pick and whatever we get from him is going to be better. That you've got to be ruthless.
Yep.
If he's bad, start planning to move on.
Yeah, and I think Ben Johnson is ruthless, and I think if he realizes that this piece is hurting the overall production of the team, of the offense, it won't be there.
I think you're right. You talk about trust. I've seen enough and heard enough from Ben Johnson to know that no matter where you were drafted, all he cares about is scoring enough points the next game.
Right. And given how they address the defensive line and pressuring opposing quarterbacks, they're going to need to score a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan.
Yep.
Caleb Williams takes a next big step. The offense takes a next big step, and they score a lot of points. And if your number 9 pick, the guy that was projected to be your number 1 wide receiver, isn't that guy, he won't be in that position to have those opportunities.
Correct.
So I'm not saying that he's not there and he can't do it. We need to see. And this offseason and preseason work will tell a lot of what the snaps will look like for Rome Odunze, the position that he's in, the trust that Ben Johnson has for him with this new normal of this new foot.
And maybe Rome will come out of this and say, boy, I overshared. And this is something that every athlete goes through. Every athlete's like, oh, okay, my foot does this now. I'm still good. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So that's just going to be, and maybe he's young and understanding that he doesn't have and a veteran would just laugh at him, that you'd find somebody, maybe if Keenan Allen or one of these people were still around, they'd be like, first time. No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a crusty veteran, hey, would be like, hey, you never had a remodeled body part before? I got 6 remodeled body parts.
Right.
And I'm still out there producing. Like, you want to be a pro? This is how it works, man. Figure out how your new foot works. And get out there and catch passes. Get open, catch passes. Nobody's waiting for you. Team's not going to wait for you. Coaching going to wait for you. Go ahead. You want to ask me about my knee? You want to ask me about my ankle? You know how many surgeries I've had on this? Shoot. I'm not going to be the Bears meatball that invokes Dan Hampton because he's not really human. But I always laugh. I always laugh. Like, what would he say to? What would Dan Hampton say to a guy right now? There isn't a piece of my body that hasn't been operated on multiple times.
Right.
I'm half titanium screws right now. Still, you'd drag me off the field, and I'm still beating people up out there. Now, it's different for a wideout. You lose that speed as a wideout, you're done.
And while I appreciate Rome Odunze talking as openly and transparently as he did, it's probably not best for him to have been that open, and maybe someone within the building should have said, "Hey, this is how we address this," or "Let's go over this when you talk about it. Here's what maybe you should say," or let's work through it 1st.
Yeah, and that's it. It's what I wonder, that he might be okay enough, or he might think he's okay enough, and the backlash is going to come after we share our concerns and other people share similar concerns, and he might just kind of be like, hey, whoa, I'm still okay. I'm okay. Like I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, and maybe he gets out there in the field when it's real, and he's not impacted, and we don't see any difference at all. That's
Maybe
the hope. I have a bunch of other NFL notes. I don't know if you saw. I have a bunch of things. If you saw this, first, I want to start with something we talked about yesterday: the possible return of Aaron Donald to the NFL. From what Nick Shea had to say, McVay, Jesus, McVay had to say about hey, we're open to the idea now that we have.
I'm not ruling anything out. Bring it back.
Bring it back. So there was a response from Aaron Donald's wife on social media. It was just 3 words. And it was, "Y'all are hilarious."
Oh, okay. So that's done.
That's done. Yeah. Aaron Donald is not returning to the NFL. She said, "Y'all are hilarious."
Oh, well then, I guess we can cross that out.
Yes. So if you've got him in your game plan there,
all right,
Rams, I just take him out now, because that's not happening.
Yes. The missus says no.
Yeah,
how about no?
Yeah. Do you think Aaron Donald calls up the Rams is like, "Hey guys, it's Aaron Donald. I saw what you guys said. Yeah, it's no. That's a no. That's a hard no."
He wouldn't say, hey, hi. I can't come back now today. So, okay, bye.
Y'all are hilarious. I love it. Great response. Micah Parsons, we saw that his timeline for return to NFL action is mid-October.
Good.
There was some talk earlier in the offseason that maybe it's closer to the first week of the season, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So mid-October, I'll take it. I'd even take late October. I would take November. I would enjoy December, a December return of next year. Not even this season.
Right. Or he can go to Croatia with Cody
and never come back.
Right. And just stay. He and Cody can stay in Croatia
in baseball prison together.
And they're together in baseball prison.
We also did mention the official retirement of Russell Wilson. We talked about the possibility of him joining television, and it is confirmed that he's going to CBS. And as much as I enjoyed watching him play at various times of his college and professional career, I'm not interested in seeing him on TV.
No, he's just corny. I just find him to be kind of cheesy and corny and not real. I don't buy a lot of his public forward-facing stuff. Now, the other part of that, did you see who was promoted from CBS Sports Network to the big desk alongside him?
This is very exciting news.
Kyle Long.
Yep.
And he's got, we know that he's genetically got the chops to do it. His dad is one of the best who's ever done it, if you're into those kind of panel shows. And
you're funny, dude. I know you're not.
What?
So you had to throw that in there. Well, if you're into those kind of pregame shows, the panel shows.
They don't interest me.
Yeah, I know.
They don't interest me. They're just commercials and screaming. They're nice suits and commercials.
A lot of people
love. If you love commercials and screaming,
NFL pregame shows are for you.
Unless the pregame show, unless it is like Charles Barkley or like the TNT version of that show, there are almost no pregame, halftime, postgame shows that are worth watching instead of doing something else. There are just very, very few. You got to be a real couch potato to be like that. That is always a cue. What else can I do? What else can I do? You can run outside and coil up the garden hose. There's all kinds of things. I can put a load of laundry in. It's, to me, the moment that is an indication to you of do something better with your time. But I would much rather have smart people doing it than dumb people doing it. And I think that Kyle Long I think he is smart enough and good enough at this now that he will contribute to making football fans smarter and not dumber. And that's good.
Yeah. So congratulations to Kyle Long. That will be a nice addition to the CBS in-studio panel. Dan, we go to Santa Clara, California.
We do?
Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office has issued a warrant for the arrest of San
Micah
Francisco
Parsons.
49ers wide receiver. No, it is not Micah Parsons.
Damn. Okay.
It is not Cody Delmendo.
Okay.
It is Niners wide receiver Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, no.
On a misdemeanor of charge of exhibition of speeding.
Exhibition of speeding. So it's not a regular season speeding. It doesn't really count.
It's preseason speeding.
But he was exhibiting speeding? Why don't they just call it speeding?
Because they didn't see him speeding. So the warrant is in reference to a video that Ayuk posted to YouTube in December in which he appears to tape himself from the driver's seat going well over the posted 40 miles per hour speed limit on a road that runs past Levi Stadium. The DA's office confirmed to ESPN on Wednesday. A few days after posting the video, Ayuk apologized for sharing the video of himself driving a Cadillac CT5V Blackwing on Tasman Drive just outside the Niners' home.
What is that?
I had to look it up because I didn't know it.
CT5.
I expected something very different than what I saw. It's a sporty sedan.
Ooh. Doing donuts in an Altima.
Yeah, and it said it starts at like 48 grand. So yeah, okay. I'm sure he can get, jacked up quite a bit, but yeah. So they see the video that he posts on TikTok of him going well over 40 miles an hour, and they're like, can't do that.
It's 40?
The speed limit was 40, and what he posted in the video, I didn't see the video, was he was going well over that speed limit.
Okay. Well,
in the video.
I can't really say anything. Do you know what the actual speed limit on Lakeshore Drive is?
Is it like 30 or 35?
40.
Okay, 40. And what do you do? 80?
I've never gotten to 80 on Lakeshore Drive.
Okay. Well, whatever you do, just do me a favor. Don't ever post yourself on TikTok recording the speed you're going.
Okay. Yeah, that's really dumb.
Like if you're gonna, run into a liquor store and hold it up with a gun and take the money out of the register, don't tape that either anymore.
Yeah, don't pull up your ski mask and be like, "Hello,
it's me,
it's me." You're wearing a name tag. Hello, my name is right. It should, yeah, that's
right. You're wearing your DBU 312 t-shirt.
You can get them. By the way, it's not just 312 stuff. There's DBU. You can have a DBU shirt. They look really cool. Go to 312sports.com or go to the 312 Sports app, click on Pro Shop, get your stuff. It's available.
Yes. But we're working on t-shirts with your face.
That is not bright, Brandon. I'm sorry.
No, it's not good. I'm sure he'll be fine through that, but not very good. I love this too from our guys team, the Cleveland Browns. Your guy, Todd Monken. New Browns edge rusher, Jared Verse. Did you see what he said? I'm not here to fill Garrett's shoes.
Okay.
He said this after his first practice with the Browns. I'm here to bring my own. I'm here to work.
To bring your own shoes.
Yes. Which is good. Like if he was showing up expecting them to provide shoes.
I'm bringing my own shoes. And I'm
here to
those.
He says, I'm here to be the best version of me.
Good.
And the best version of me is going to be the best defensive player in the league. And the best defensive player in the league is going to play for the best defense in the league. Now, I don't know if the Browns plan on trading him, but those are some pretty big expectations then, though.
Yeah.
Todd Monken.
Well, I'm very interested to watch my guy Todd Monken learn how to do this on the fly, and then we'll find out whether or not he cares. Because I kind of view Monken through the same lens that I viewed Vic Fangio. You know what I mean? Like a just a long time coordinator guy who was very comfortable doing what he did, who almost seemed annoyed by everything else he had to do as a head coach. You know the vibe?
Yeah. No,
I guess I gotta go do this now. Where all he wanted to do was a little bit like maybe Tom Thibodeau. Like all he wants to do is watch film. All he wants to do is design plays and watch film and game plan and all that. And sometimes you get a coordinator who just doesn't want to do the head coaching stuff. So that's what I want to see is, does Todd Monken embrace that aspect? That's what's cool about Ben Johnson, is that Ben Johnson loves all of the wonky game planning stuff. He loves the head coaching stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't even think you have to go back to look at Vic Fangio. You could just look in the Bears in Halas Hall right now. There's a guy that I don't think liked doing all the head coaching stuff and preferred just being the coordinator.
DA?
Yes.
No, he was bad at it. I don't know if he was bad at it because he didn't like it, or he was bad at it because he was bad at it. So I don't know. And sometimes there's no good way to know where the boundaries are with that.
Like those Thursday sessions with the media, he doesn't seem to enjoy those at all.
No, he loves that they're on Thursdays because then, I'm on to the next thing.
I haven't already forgotten about that loss.
Why did you give up 42 points? I don't know, whatever. We're on to the next one. Forget that. I'm not taking any questions about the last game.
Yeah, do you think they went to him and they're like, hey, we're going to move your media time to Mondays? Nope, not going to happen. Thursdays are good.
Move your media time to 2 hours before the next game. I got kickoff coming. I can't even be here to talk. I got to go.
I'm busy on Mondays. It's not going to work for me.
Gotta go. Can't do it. Sorry. Fix that. I'm not going to be there, buddy. Have Miska fix my thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the NFL news and notes.
Yeah, but the Kyler Gordon thing is intense. That's serious.
Yes, it is.
Come down and be like,
it's
yeah,
not
I
good.
thought I'd get. I didn't, like he says, I didn't get to know him.
Right.
The availability. He's not talking about him as a player. Like he's talking about him as a man, baby. Like when he says we spoke last year, neither one of us were happy with how it went from a perspective of being able to get to know each other.
Yep.
You could have played backgammon with him.
Yeah, Dan, I'm just really curious about what happened medically through this offseason. Like why, if it's the same injury, why are we still dealing with it? If it's a new injury, what happened? What's going on with it? There's too much. I mean, that is, I'm not sure. Like I felt really uncomfortable reading the Rome stuff. But I felt really bad for the player and Kyler Gordon from hearing what Ben Johnson had to say.
Well, I'm still going to hold out some hope that maybe this is the kind of kick in the ass that he needs. And if there isn't, I don't want to presume too much here. But I've been in situations where I've been around a team where the coach goes to the medical people and the coach says, what's this guy's deal?
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Because in the NFL, up or down. And eventually the coach is like, come on, man. But he's not talking directly to the player because he doesn't want to impugn the player's toughness, especially in football. This all gets weird. Because you don't want to call a guy soft. But it sounds to me like maybe with all the soft tissue injuries, and every coach is like this, even though they try to be sensitive about it. If they don't see a knife sticking out of your leg, if they don't see a velociraptor chewing on your foot, it's hard for them to, and this is part of the problem with mental health in sports, which is another piece altogether.
Right. But
soft tissue injuries are on that same continuum of broken leg, get the cart, bleeding out his nose, all this stuff, to is he okay? Why isn't he playing? And what I'm starting to wonder is he getting information from the trainers, from the strength and conditioning staff, and from the doctors who say, the imaging says that it's all about the patient now. It's all about symptoms. It's all about pain level.
Yeah.
And that happens. Or they say we're like what happened with Derrick Rose. We're at the point in the rehab where it's go time. You got to learn to trust it. And that's something that Rome Odunze is going to learn too. Like this is it's remodeled. Now you got to play. It is time to play.
Yeah,
regardless,
so it could be at a point where medical is saying, yeah, you're good to go give it a try, and the player is like, I just don't feel it yet. I just don't feel. I'm not there.
Yes, or it still hurts. It still hurts. It's not right. I'm not 100%. I don't feel the right way. And I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I want to be really careful about that.
Right.
But this is starting to work into that territory where a coach is behaving in a way to challenge the player that intensely. That sometimes comes from information from medical and conditioning and athletic training, where they're like, yeah, we'd love for him to be out there.
And we've seen Ben Johnson not shy away from challenging players or position groups publicly as well.
But you understand why I'm careful about it.
No, I get it. Yeah, no, for sure. No, and I mean, I think it's a good jump to take. But it also, there's another branch to that too, though, Dan, that if it's not, hey, I'm not 100%, how does that sit in the locker room full of guys who are not 100%, who are out there giving their best?
It's like,
how does that sit?
What are they talking in baseball? 75 and sunny? Some of these pitchers get a reputation. 70, everything's got to be just right.
Yeah.
Everything has to be sort of perfect for me.
Yeah, because that's not going to fly with some veteran guy in the locker room that, oh, I hear you're not at 100%. You can't go.
Yeah,
well, guess what?
Pat Manley always talked about the 100%ers.
Yeah, guess what? I haven't been in years.
That's
and
calling somebody 100%er is an insult.
Yeah.
And I can say this as an old dude too, not a football player. That when you're 56, you wake up every day and something hurts. It's just a matter of how it hurts, when it hurts, and usually you say like, I'll walk around. I'll be fine by the day, and then tomorrow something else will hurt. Or if it hurts for a second day, you start thinking, maybe that's a thing. Should I take some ibuprofen? But something always hurts on these guys, and you don't want a reputation as 100%er.
God, you know what I did yesterday? You're gonna appreciate this. So my left knee has bothered me for a couple of years, and I've gone therapy and done things and have had it checked out.
Sure.
And so, there's different stretches to do, whatever. So I'm doing laundry yesterday, and it's like a front loading dryer.
Ooh, laundry injury?
So the dryer door was open, and so my washer and dryer next to each other, and I needed to go around the open dryer door to get stuff into the dryer, and I didn't go quite around far enough. And so my kneecap kind of lodged against the dryer door, and as I went to move, it pushed my kneecap off from the dryer door, and I dropped down to my right knee, and it hurt so bad.
Ow. That's a good one. Yeah. Oh, no. And you notice I'm not really laughing.
Oh.
No, that's
dryer door injury.
Oh, I get
Luckily,
that.
I'm not a professional athlete because I would have had to miss my next start. And
we're not going to.
What was the injury? Oh, it was a dryer door injury.
But we used to do dumb injuries, but like old injuries are a different Friday fung from dumb injuries. And we've never done old injuries before because I don't know that I've had enough to offer. But dude, there's all kinds of things. And that's why, I mean, geez, when I've been out fishing and the things I'm trying to climb over and what I'm asking my body to try to do to jump over fences and under pieces of concrete to get to some of these fishing spots. And I'm all covered in
that's one thing though. You're doing like Indiana Jones type stuff just so you can catch fish in Chicago. I'm doing laundry in my basement.
Doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, I know.
These are things that happen. I thought I hurt myself putting my seatbelt on the other day. Reaching across my body too fast.
Sure. Yep.
Like you got to be careful with that stuff.
I've done that opening the car door, getting out of the car, and I pulled like my lower back. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And last time I had an issue with that, I had to go to the chiropractor. He's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Oh, I got out of the car." And what had like someone hit you? What happened when you got out of the car? Did you fall? Oh no, I just stood up out of the car. And everything else was fine.
I'm not. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. That's fine. Like, do you know how much I have to stretch before I play golf?
Oh, that's a problem.
But it's like I can't just like walk out of the first tee.
Wait, are you doing like you're not doing like those weirdo guy stretches you do in the studio, are you? Like, you're not doing those on.
Oh, no, that's not stretching. That's a work. The Bulgarian split squats.
Yeah, the stuff that you do in studio when I'm there for some reason.
I do it all the time because why not? That's a perfect height of that window ledge for my Bulgarian split squats.
Yep.
And when I do them at home on actual leg day, I have 25 pounds in each hand. But that's actually on arm day when I do the ones without weights.
Terry and I would bust your balls so bad
all
about
the time.
arm day and
leg day. Yeah, we were in Tucson. We were staying at that big weird resort place.
Oh yeah, what was that?
I forgot. It was nice. Place.
It was very nice.
And that's what Terry did that morning. I mean, he's like, I couldn't sleep last night. Why? He goes, well, there was an owl.
I do. I remember
that damn owl. And I knew it wasn't an owl.
Yeah, that was the resort that had like those 10-person golf carts. You know, you're in a nice place.
Oh yeah, the huge that take you everywhere. Yeah. But it wasn't an owl. It was a mourning dove.
Yeah.
So if you look up what a mourning dove sounds like, you hear them all the time. They're all over the place. And I would know it was an owl. No, Terry.
Man, when he would get stuck in a rut of something.
Oh,
man,
not
there was
give it
no
up.
getting him out. Yeah,
that was like when the Bears. I said the Bears would win the Super Bowl or be in the Super Bowl in 2007. But Terry, it's the 06 season. Nope. It's January of 07.
Yep.
Nope.
It's
I said it.
Season.
I said they'd be in the 06 season. That's right. No. I got. That's what I said.
Like, all right, buddy.
Fine. Okay.
Fine.
You called it.
Ducks.
Whoa. The owl. I couldn't sleep because of the owl.
I think he said somebody named Al. The guy named Al in his room kept him up all night.
It's like, do you remember where they have in My Cousin Vinny when he goes to the prosecutor's cabin to stay in the woods and the owl is giving him up and he just goes outside and just starts shooting his pistol randomly. Yeah. Yes. And I didn't even know if that was the right sound effect for whatever owl they showed. I don't think it was. I think, but just picture Terry out there trying to shoot the damn thing. Buddy, get out of here.
Yeah, Terry's gun's empty though. That's the problem.
It's just dry firing.
Yes.
Just click.
God damn it! This such a.
I told Peach that I needed another magazine in this thing, and now I don't know where it is. I told Miska, where's the magazine for my Glock? Well, I didn't know it was a Glock. I just thought it was a 45. I didn't know.
There's a little Admiral Akbar in him there.
Yeah, maybe a little Jerry Krause in there too. I don't know.
Yeah,
something in there.
Jerry Krause and Admiral Akbar had a baby. It was Dave Miska.
Oh, that's not nice.
It's not nice. I love Dave.
Jerry Krause was in my dream a couple of nights ago.
Well, it wasn't a sex dream, was it?
No. It wasn't.
You thankfully. And Jerry and Stan Gundy.
Yeah, now we're talking. No, he was. It was Jerry Krause was mad at me about something, and I in the dream, and I forgot why. But he like pulled me and said, "It is like you're wrong about."
Yeah, I'm sure it had something to do with what you said.
Usual stuff that Jerry would get mad at me for. Yeah. Dickie Simpkins is never going to play in the CBA. Oh, really, Jerry? Would you like to bet? I bet he will. You know why? Because he's bad.
He's not good. Right. Not an NBA basketball.
I've seen the NBA. Not good. He wasn't good in the CBA either. And let the record show he did play there, despite the argument that we had. But I could always, no matter what, with Jerry, if you change the subject to fishing, his
eyes good to go.
Different guy.
Okay.
He would turn into a different guy. His eyes would light up. It was all he would talk about. And like I saw him when we were staying in Miami at the Turnberry, and Jerry's, why are you walking fast? Where are you going? I thought he had to make a trade. He's like, you got to go to 17. And I said, what? He goes, you got to see the size of those sunfish. I said, oh, red ear sunfish, the shell cracker. He's like, yeah, they call them brim. I gotta go fish. I'm like, that's my man right there.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my man.
All righty then. That'll
all right. That's good.
Do things for forward progress.
So Rome Odunze's hurt. Kyler Gordon is fallen out of favor with the coaching staff because he's probably hurt maybe again.
He's definitely out of the circle of trust.
Yes, and somehow Phil fucking Maton is back in it. God.
Well, hey, give him an opportunity tonight to pitch, and we'll see what happens.
This day has gone full circle. We come in at 8:30, and we do Off the Ivy, and I'm talking about Shingo Maton and his selection of spinning frisbees like he's throwing them to a golden retriever. And now I have to end our recording day thinking about Shingo Maton.
Yep. So Maton's in the circle of trust. Kyler Gordon out of the circle of trust.
That'll do it for Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears and NFL podcast on 312 Sports.
Forward Progress has stopped. 10, 219, 219.
Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Abbatacola on 312 Sports.